Chris Level here with another edition of Pirate Talk. Always fun to sit and chat with my man, Coach Flemons. He's one of the good ones in this business. Colton Coons taking care of us, as always, behind the camera. I want to remind you these shows brought to you by Gene Messer Ford/Lincoln. So we certainly appreciate those folks sponsoring what we do here. It is almost time for the round ball. It's always time for the round ball in your world.
Always.
I know that. I bet you get asked about this often. I'm around a guy all the time that I think also I always want to ask this to, in Joey McGuire. But do you ever have a bad day?
You know,
I mean, seriously,
when you wake up, you have a choice.
That's what he says. He says the same thing. I think I just wake up some days and go, you know what? I'm not feeling it today. But you make the conscious effort.
Absolutely.
To.
You do.
Okay.
And the way you start out your day, try to end it that way. And you know, it's so important that the kids that we're around, they see you be consistent.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing. And you're right. You're human. We're gonna always have bad days. But I try to leave that outside these walls because I want to make sure that I'm giving my best to the kids I come in contact with.
Yeah, you're a product of your environment, and you say this often. We go to something on a Thursday morning, so I won't get into what that is and everything. But one of the things that Coach Flemons always speaks out publicly about when we're surrounded by other coaches is you are viewed. I say you, but coaches are viewed by a variety of people and observed and your actions.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, speak to that. Yeah.
Well, we're in the public's eye all the time. Mm-hmm. You know, little eyes are watching us, big eyes are watching us. Yeah. You know, and it's one of those things. I try to make a great relationships with all our teachers because I know what they're dealing with each and every day. They're in the trenches just like we are. And you know, sometimes you get them pitted against you. Well, the coaches, they get special treatment, I work just as hard, and I make sure that they know that, and I appreciate them, what they do. And it's been a great relationship for our coaches, staff, especially at Lubbock Cooper, because I think we have a great relationship with our teachers. If our students is having a bad day in their classroom, you know, they don't have to call the administrators. They can call us.
Yeah.
You know, and that speaks volumes because that means the teachers do trust us to handle this, to help our kids get back on the right track. And that's important. Matter of fact, before I came here, I just delivered a shirt to one of our teachers, Miss Ketchum. And, you know, I disrupt her classroom. I'm sorry. Go in there, hand her a shirt, give her a hug. Regular students are seeing that. We're together. We're in this thing together.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's and being, you know, adults acting the right way around kids.
Absolutely.
Okay, so basketball season is quickly approaching. How much of you've got a few kids and still in football and all that, and we don't know at the time that we're sitting here talking, we don't know. Is that 1 week? Is that another month? You have there's some open-endedness there when it comes to football. How much of your team is already put in place and that you've been working with and all that?
We're going to be pretty young this year, and it's great because we got some skill guys. So right now my roster has about 10, and because of the way we're going to play, we're kind of changing our style of play because of our personnel. We're going to have to get the ball up and down a little bit. We're going to need some more bodies. I'm looking at least 3 guys from football, at least, that has that varsity experience. You know, Cade, Wyatt, and Double A. They've all played for me. They kind of know what to expect. We've changed a little bit of our offense a little bit, but we're still trying to get the ball up and down and get into the right hands.
I talked to Coach Isler about this as well, but see that this is what the sign of good coaching is, that you are willing to adapt and not force it into a certain box and all that because of your personnel is
Absolutely.
changing. So at what point did you realize, okay, this is what we're going to have. Let's get a little bit deeper. Let's play a little faster.
Absolutely. You know, I thought last year after the season started, you know, I lose Bodie or Big that, you know, we count on constantly, and I'm looking to see what we have. And we got some good young skill big guys, not as big, but they're skilled. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, so we can't set up and, you know, try to pound someone. And we got some guards that can really push the basketball. I'm like, okay, we have to change it. If we're going to be successful, we got to change to our strengths. And, I'm going to probably have 4 sophomores on the team. And, a couple of them may start. And, it's just the way it is. It is early. And we're going to play a tough schedule, mainly because our district is so big. But that's just the beauty of coaching. I mean, coach the kids that you have, not the kids that you wish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Coach the kids
you
you
can't
have.
go make a trade.
No, not at
yeah,
all.
there's no
Not at
free
all.
agent signing. Yeah, that's not how it works.
And, and with the kids that you have, you invest the time, and they know that you care. They're going to go through the wall for you.
Yeah.
And they know I'm doing the exact same thing for them. And so it's one of those things we build that trust, we build that relationship. We're working on different parts of our defense that we're changing a little bit because we want to be much faster. And, our kids they're buying into it. And so I know they played a little bit of basketball this weekend, and they came back and, Coach, you would not believe it. We talked, we rotated, we won the tournament. And I'm like, that's awesome. That's awesome. I said, so it's something we're building on, and now they're starting to see success. And, this is kind of how we kind of pictured what we'd be. We got guys coming in after school. I'm still there at the gym. Hey, Coach, can you watch film with me? I mean, that's huge. I mean, just get excited. And I'm like, absolutely. Look, we're going to watch film. And the other day, it was really great. I had 2 sophomores in there, a junior and a senior. And I go, okay, I'm going to put it on, but you're going to tell me what's good and what's wrong.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, we didn't jump to the ball. Oh, look at that. We rotated. And look, I know we talked there because I remember that play. And I'm like, okay.
It is amazing. Like watching film, and back in the day when there wasn't as much of that,
Exactly.
the technology and all that. But it's amazing what you see when you go back and watch yourself.
Oh, yes.
That you just didn't realize. Oh well, I thought that I was. No, look right here. You weren't. And it's an interesting tool that if you use it, it pays big time dividends. You had a change with your staff.
Yes.
You is a very close friend of yours and mine, Coach Wright. He's no longer in coaching. He's doing some stuff outside the school district and all that stuff, and we wish him well. And
Absolutely.
Phenomenal human. Coach Gibbs, a guy you've coached against.
I've coached again. The crazy thing, our relationship started back in high school, and it was really on his side.
Okay.
Paducah I didn't really care. We wanted to win. Reggie was in there reading the paper, see who was scoring the most. So it started back in high school, and then I got to college, and we'd go to the rec center, and he was there, and we'd play, and we got a chance to know each other. So.
And you guys back in high school, that's just been like 5-10 years.
Yeah, that's what it is. But just playing pickup ball in the rec center, and him coming and watch us play, and him playing at La Tech and those things, and having an opportunity to sit down and talk with him during those years when he was at Cap Rock and all those other places in Lubbock High. It was really good because yes, we're major league competitors on the floor, but we're still friends. Mm-hmm. And we could bounce things off of each other if we needed to, and talk about certain situations as far as like basketball. And now he's here, and it's great because I always say this: I don't know everything about basketball, but I do know if you want to be successful, you better have a great staff around you. Mm-hmm. And I got a pretty good staff.
Yeah. Coach Gibbs, man. He's and he'll get on you now.
Oh yes.
Yeah, he'll coach you hard. He'll coach you hard. I've seen that from afar. Tell me your opinion on this. Last year was it's going to be year 2 in it, but you just mentioned that. I just feel like your schedule, your season, everything is. This is a very abnormal situation with how big your district is, and you like it, don't like it. I'm sure there's some good and bad to it, but just kind of take me through it after you went through it for a year, because you went 10-6 in it, mm-hmm. and you managed it, but it's 16 district games, and again, this isn't normal around the state. Yeah,
it's grueling. I mean, it really truly is, and you have so many good teams and good coaches in this league. I mean, it's as a competitor, you love that part of it, but it's grueling because you see them so much. I would prefer, we could play more preseason games, prepare and get a little bit more prepared before we start district in early December. With the schedule being so big and our league being so big, I only scheduled two tournaments. And during Christmas break, I go to Clovis and I go play them, and I come back, and then it's immediately right back to district.
Yeah, because that's part of why you just get dropped in the deep end of the pool
real quick,
and you don't have I feel like you're cheated from some of the fun, non-stress tournaments and getting to travel and let's bond and let's kind of slow build this thing, and you're just not really afforded that luxury near as much.
No, you get thrown right to the fire right off the bat, and it's if you want to prepare for this grueling schedule every game, it's a flip of a coin. If you don't bring your A game, you're gonna get beat. If you play your A game, you have a possibility to win it. I try to make our preseason schedule grueling as possible because I know how it is. We go into Cleveland's tournament, so we're going to play some 6As there. Then we're coming back.
Yeah, Cleveland's in the Metroplex. Yeah.
And then I think the only person on our schedule right now that's under the 5A mark is Seminole, and we know how good they are.
Typically,
yeah.
No doubt.
And it's kind of funny that one of the better players on Seminole is my cousin. So I have to play against him and hear my other family on the other side there. But it's one of those things where we're gonna get thrown in the fire early because I got to see what I have early, and we got to make sure that we bring those guys along. Yes, you're gonna have some adversity. How do you get through that adversity? Now when you turn that corner, how do you keep your foot on the gas? Can't let up. Anytime in the district, you may jump out on somebody. You may hit a couple threes, get up early, or hoot and holler. But it doesn't matter because at the end of the game, if you're not hitting free throws or you're making a stop, you're going to lose the game.
Yeah.
So,
you mentioned some of the guys that are playing football for you that are seniors. Take me through some of the other seniors you'll lean on that are basketball only guys. I guess it would be. I don't want to forget anybody, but
Obi right now is kind of our only senior that's returning on just the basketball.
Gotcha. Okay.
And he's had a great preseason. He's gotten bigger, faster, stronger. One of the biggest things I talk to him about is, okay, you're one of the leaders here, but you got to lead positive. The intensity, I love the intensity, but you got to tone it down where it's not intimidating to some of the younger players. And so we've talked about that, and he's done a much better job. And, yes, we're a human. We'll get out of a box a little bit. I'm like, bring it back in. Remember they're young. And so with him, I'm going to lean on him quite a bit. But like our juniors, Ian, he's played for me, since he's a sophomore. I'm gonna try to take him away from the point guard spot to be more of a shooter. Okay. I need him to run the floor a little bit, get in a situation where he can shoot the ball and look for a shot a little bit more. I think that's going to help him. Tyler Hitt played on JV, and then we moved him up last year, a little later in the year. He's gotten bigger, faster. He's going to kind of command the middle for us. He's a junior. And then, we got some babies coming along there.
Okay.
I think with our addition of Eli, he's a sophomore. Then you got Shaden, he's a sophomore. Cano is a sophomore. And that's the beauty of that thing is people are going to look at Cano, oh, he's too small, we're going to post him. Let him try.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got that motor, he's got that heart.
Yeah, and he can handle it.
And he can handle the ball.
Yeah,
And then, I'm not forget Will Marcinkowski, he's come a long way, and he gives us a little size that in and out off the bench and start a little bit. So, we got a good mixture. And then when we get those football guys back and mesh those in and get them acclimated, we'll be a team to contend with.
Yeah, because I know what Adrian and Cade can do, and I've talked to Wyatt enough, who plays a little tight end for Coach Darden, and he's just an effort guy, man.
Yes.
And that's what you want.
Absolutely.
It's the epitome of hey, do like he's doing it.
Exactly.
He may make a mistake, but he's going to do it 100 miles an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Because you can't teach effort. You either have it or you don't. I know that you're having your kids go like greet people at some of the elementary school.
Absolutely.
Take me through like why that is important to you and giving back and I don't know, just take me through some of that.
Well, I think it's important, especially at this time, what's going on in the world. Kids need to see people that care about them, people that's in the public eye, and see it's okay to be kids, and it's okay to have role models that are doing the right thing. That's huge. You think about all the chaotic things going around in the world, and we as parents, we always try to protect them. Why not give them something positive to do? And our kids, we've greeted at the elementaries and welcome kids in, and kids' eyes light up when they're at the elementary. Give them a high five. They run through the tunnels, fist pumping, whole 9 yards. Start their day out on the right foot. Positive, energetic. It's just like tonight, we're going to go to North Elementary. We're going to help with their Fall Festival. We're going to help with the cakewalk and whatever other things we're going to do, they need us to do. And, our kids are excited about it. And they know eventually these kids are going to grow up and they're going to give back. And that's kind of what it is. The culture of Cooper, we're going to help our own. We're going to help our young ones to grow because they're going to give back to the ones that's going to come up after them.
Yeah, pay it forward.
Pay it forward.
And it's you're basically asking your kids to do exactly what we were talking about with you at the very beginning, and like people, you're observed. Absolutely. And so this is just a notification. Yeah. I love that because that's what. And these are the things, typically, you may remember if you have scored 20 points or you lost a game or whatever years from now, but they'll remember that stuff much longer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, much longer. Okay, Halloween's coming up. What was your favorite costume as a kid? Or did you dress up? Did you ever dress up? Were you a big Halloween guy or no?
Oh, yeah, we were big, we
I wouldn't have guessed you were a big Halloween guy. I'm kind of not. It's like annoying to me sometimes, but
well, you had the superheroes like Batman and Superman, those type of things. Yeah. One time it was me and my cousins. We drove. People won't even remember this. I'll tell you how far back it is. The Fat Albert game.
Oh yeah.
And just had when I had a little hair. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And so we did stuff like that, but it was always living in a small town. You did things together, and everybody just had a blast with it.
Good time with it. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Well, Coach, seriously, I appreciate you. Appreciate the time you spent with me. And real quick. I've asked some of the other coaches this question, and I'm always fascinated because you get a different answer when you ask a basketball coach this question. Your opinion of or your philosophy on zone defense?
Whew. I've had success with it. When we run zone defense, we run it a lot like man. It's pressure. We don't sit back. A lot of people think zone defense is a setback. It's a lazy defense. I view it the other direction. We're going to put pressure on you. We're going to make you throw over the top. If you keep throwing the ball over the top, we get an opportunity to run through it. If you go to the corner, we're going to trap you. So if we go to zone, we're going to pressure out. We're not going to it just to relax. We're going to be aggressive. I know some people have gone to zone to protect people from fouling. I get it. I totally understand that. If that's the case, that's why you have a bench. That's why you gotta trust your other players. This guy may be giving you points on the other end, 2 points, but he's giving up 3 on the back end here. Doesn't mesh out for you. So trust in your other teammates. Trust in your other players. Do something. Change the defense. One of the things I think we try to do a better job of is like after timeouts, we've been playing man or we've been running and jumping you. We're going to do something different after that timeout.
It's kind of like a curveball. It's kind of like
But that's how I view these zones. I think it's one of those things where when we change it, you can't change it flat. You got to change it with some energy.
Oh, yeah.
If you change it with some energy and you have some success, I may say, okay, after this timeout, hey, we're going 13 one time. Okay, so, if we go to the corner, we're hot. We want them to skip that thing, run through it, make a play. Yeah. And as we have success, and the guys are always lifting up over the side. All right, do it again.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna go back to thumbs down. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
So But that's how I view zone.
I love it because I mean, again, it's a simple question, but you get
So many
a variety of. It's like it'd be like asking you your thoughts on the pick and roll or how to guard it, and then just like you're gonna get a But we'll do that next time. That'll be on the next. That'll be on the next Pirate Talk with Coach Flemons. How to guard or the pick and roll. All right, man. Coach, seriously, appreciate the time, man.
I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
You're one of my favorites, man. Okay, so basketball season coming up. District play is going to get going here in mid-December. The weather's changing and all that stuff. Go see these guys and watch them do their thing because they're going to play a little bit faster. That's the rumor. All right. So for Colton Coons, taking care of us as always behind the camera. For Will Flemons, one of my favorites. Chris Level, this has been another edition of Pirate Talk.